Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Press Start. Now, we've got a few things to talk about. Not a crazy lot, so it'll be just fine. Alright, so no worries. Don't freak out about it. Okay? It's going to be a fun time, like it always is here at Red Panda Productions. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Like the video, share it with your friends. I'm not telling you you have to, but I'm only suggesting it and asking nicely with my ASMR beautiful voice that I hope you'll listen to. Anyways, guys, we're in another episode, and we got Jack with us again, also known as Business Time 15 on Twitch. He streams from time to time with me. He does stream quite a bit lately, more than he used to. Jack, how you doing? Okay, Jack went quiet. Feels bad.
Steve, so I would one of our topics, the problem with League of Legends.
Yeah, that is definitely a solid one.
Our first topic, the problem
I'm
with League of Legends.
I am down for it to be the first problem to talk about.
Fuck League.
Okay.
Yumi Hecarim and Urf should be disabled. It should be permabanned.
I can agree with that.
You shouldn't have to waste a ban on Yumi and Hecarim. Like that should just already be banned. Like that should be disabled. You should have your ban for stuff like Shaco, stuff like Teemo, Zed. You shouldn't have to waste your ban on Yumi Hecarim. That should just be disabled. Back to you, Steve.
No, I honestly can 100% agree with that. I mean, I played some Earth. I think it was Wednesday. We played Earth, and or at least I did. You were playing some ranked games. Yeah, no.
And they had Yumi Hecarim, and we couldn't win. We lost. We could not win.
Man, I feel it's once Hecarim gets that first 1 to 2 kills on Earth, it's downhill from there. I mean, if you can't get on top of him before,
it's over.
It's like pretty much just rubbing yourself down with sandpaper at that point.
Yeah, rubbing your penis, like jerking off with sandpaper at that point. Like
hashtag Tim the Tap Man. Yeah, that's pretty much essentially what's happening. And then Yumi is just it's in all honesty too overpowered. In the sense of a champion for Earth.
Yeah, I mean, Yumi is the worst champion that League of Legends has ever designed. Riot has never made a worse champion. I don't know what happened to their design team whenever they made Yumi, but they completely failed, and they need to suck it up, and they need to rework her, and they need to release something else, because there should never be a champion in the game that is untargetable and impossible to kill, and heals, and stuns, and pokes. Like, no, that shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be in the game.
I mean, she's literally almost the perfect support, only because of the fact that you can't target her in any way until she's off the main champ she's on. Or
yeah, like that's bullshit. Like that's just bullshit. Like that's just dumb. That's bullshit. That's made for people that are bad.
Now, I would respect the fact if they made her untargetable. However, if you do damage to the host that she's attached to, what should happen is whatever damage you do, it should do somewhere to a quarter to 50% of the damage that you did to the host to her as well.
Yeah.
At least give something fair in there, because I can understand if you want the perfect one. She's almost perfect as a support. But the fact is, it's not a very fair. She's almost busted. It shouldn't exist in the game at that point. I mean, you can target literally everyone else, all the other supports, any ADC champions, right? Mid, top, jungle. Literally, no matter who's playing, no matter what the champion is, you can always target that champion or do some damage to them in some way. Okay, but even if you can't target her, which is not good. But if they wanted to keep that, the best round is you do damage to the host. She should receive a small amount of damage, and I'm not saying the full amount of damage you're doing to her host, only because that's ridiculous. I mean, I understand that she's supposed to attach to someone, but she should at least receive some sort of damage from that.
Right, games. If you're out there listening somewhere, yeah, listen to the man. I mean, Yumi's bullshit. Like, the whole community thinks so. I don't care what you guys see in the win rates or anything, or what. Like, I don't care about the statistics or anything. Yumi is bullshit. The whole community thinks so. You guys need to rework that champion.
Yeah.
You need to make her different. I mean, a champion that cannot be targeted is not stuff that people like to play against. And you guys should definitely rethink the whole champion design, because it is literally, you guys have had this game released for 10 years, and you guys have never released a worse design champion than Yumi. She is the worst design champion you guys have ever made, including Fiddlesticks, Blitzcrank, any of the old school champs. Like, you guys, those guys were on point compared to Yumi. So fix it. Just fix it. You guys messed up. Just accept it and fix it and rework the champ. I mean,
you at least were able to target them and get out of it. I mean, if I remember correctly, she can attack you while attached to the host. It's like one. I can't remember what.
Yeah, I mean, at one point in production of that champion was no one like, hey, Yumi, a champion that can be completely untargetable, that can latch onto other people and just do nothing but heal and poke the whole game. That's going to promote bad people ranking up. Why did nobody say that in the press conference? I mean, you guys really need to change something.
The majority of ranked games, if you're in higher levels, pros will usually ban her for that specific purpose. And so I've been watching Worlds from time to time, and I'm going to assume she's probably on a high ban rate a majority of the time.
Yeah, I mean, she's meta. I will say she's meta. She's not high ban rate, but they just know how to deal with her at that level. But at low level, it's a lot different. I mean, it's a Yumi. It's ridiculous.
I mean, even at high level, it shouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean? She shouldn't.
At high level, that should not be a thing. They should never pick Yumi in a million years high level. But they do sometimes, because sometimes she's busted. And when she's busted, she's literally near unbeatable.
It's absolutely insane. I mean, to think that you could put together just a champ that is a support, but you can't target that support no matter what. Not even allow for any damage. Shit, she really should be able to take damage, but she doesn't, and it's insane. I don't understand how that's not a problem. Riot has had a problem, a huge problem with making things overly busted. Now, I can understand when things are overly busted in a beta sequence, right? Or where we have a testing region where we would test out the new champs before they go live, and they can fix things that are in them. People immediately loved it at first. Why? Because it was super easy. And now it's a huge problem, especially with Earth. And don't get me wrong, I love playing Earth, okay? I hate that it's a limited time. I would love to play it more often. It's great. It's fun, okay? It's absolute cancer and it's great. She just shouldn't exist. Or at least rework her to the point. I mean, Riot's reworked multiple champions for the purpose of they need to be fixed, or we wanted to change it because of this, that, and the other. So, I mean, at this point, what are we doing here? We're playing a game and people aren't having fun anymore. At least when I play against a Yumi, I'm not having fun. 100%. I just don't know,
I guess build Grievous ones. I hope to God that you do enough damage to kill both of them. I don't know.
I mean, I wish that we were big enough that we could have some sort of poll with Riot and have them at least listen. And I hope.
No, I mean, I know a lot of pro players say the same crap. They're like, Yumi is the worst champion in the entire game. Or Riot is the worst champion. I know there's plenty of pro players that think the same way. High level streamers. No, but Riot actually did release a thing a few months ago that was about Yumi's win rate and how she is Not overpowered. She had to release they had to release actual statistics to prove that Yumi is not overpowered. But I still don't think that disproves that she is completely lame to play against.
And I feel like the employees. I don't know the culture at Riot at all. Okay, I've never worked for Riot. I wouldn't mind working for Riot because I'd give them my 2 cents. However, I guarantee you that the employees playing her or playing against her can almost 100% guarantee they're saying, yeah, this is a little off. Probably shouldn't be like this, and they're not gonna care. They're not gonna care because she has a high play rate. That's what they want to see. High engagement with her, and they're just giving out some shit statistics and saying she's not overpowered when obviously we're not saying she's overpowered in the way of she does stupid damage.
Yeah, she's overpowered in the way she's bullshit.
It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that she is a support champion, and literally every single champion in the game besides her can be targeted. Because at some point, I get it, Kane, he can't be targeted, but it's only for a few seconds. He has an ability
she's bullshit. That's just the bottom. She's just bullshit.
Yeah, it definitely 100% needs a rework, and I really don't think they think half of this stuff through when they do it, and it's extremely unfortunate. Like it is probably.
I mean, a change like that affects the whole game. It's depressing. The whole meta changes. I mean, I had to play around. Those picks being bullshit. I can't play what I want anymore. I had to play. So, yeah, it does suck.
I mean, it's just like, what do we do at this point, right? But no, we're going to go ahead and move on over. So we haven't yet. And I was really thinking about doing it yesterday to have content put up for you guys on the new Black Ops Cold War beta.
Steve,
I was really thinking about that.
Do you want me to make you a rage competition?
Yes. Go for it. Yeah, so I'm pretty bad. I rage hard from time to time on games. Let me tell you what.
So I gotta say, Steve, those last 3 clips I saved of your rage were some of the funniest crap I've seen the entire year. And we should definitely make a rage competition of that because
you know what? Yeah, we'll do that.
I had to watch it multiple times because I was dying. It was so fun.
Oh, dude, I went back. I was like, "There's no way, right?" Because I noticed the messages you sent me, right? And so I'm sitting there at my in-laws' house, and I'm like, you know what? He sent me 3 messages of myself, and it's all rage 1, 2, and 3. So I immediately said to myself, okay, there's at least 1 or 2 times I'm saying the F-bomb in here or dropping some words, so I had to make sure to put it quiet. Dude, I was fuming. I 100% I had to turn it down quite a bit and then listen to it after I'd watch the video and then I'd listen to it, and I was just giggling to myself. I was like, oh my god, I am a horrible human being. I am a true gamer right now. I'm just raging.
You were pissed. I was in the game and I was sort of like, yo, this isn't Earth. I don't know why he's so pissed, but he is pissed.
Yeah, it was, oh god, it was brutal. Absolutely brutal. I was just, I'm pretty sure I blacked out a couple times. I was fuming. It's bad. You know what? I'm not going to spoil what I did in some of these, okay? Because that's going to be content for you guys later. I guarantee it. And don't worry, I'll censor some stuff. Jack's going to make it. But dude, yeah. Sometimes I rage out. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Kinda. It helps me get my inner pain out, you know what I mean? Just rage out at the game. Oh, good God. Anyways, so I was really looking into potentially, excuse me there. I was looking into potentially getting, doing some content Friday on, well, really, it was just about the Cold War beta for Black Ops. It's beta right now, so majority of people can play it free on all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox. and PC. I was honestly thinking that it wasn't going to be on PC because some of the stuff that I was reading and hearing and some things I was getting from a fellow friend, Mello, was talking to me about it and seeing if I was going to be playing it at all. And, I didn't know. Okay. I was really thinking about it. Now, I'll probably play some Monday at the end of the stream and check it out and at least have enough content for you guys to watch over. But, Monday, if you were at the stream Friday, okay, we did our Overwatch placements for tank and heals. We hadn't played Overwatch.
How'd you do?
I was in mid gold for tank and kind of like just below it, like I think 100 less in gold for heals. I haven't done DPS yet, so that is my Monday goal. And then after that, we're gonna try and push into platinum because this, like I told everyone on stream, like that was my my alt account. Okay, so my original account was my sexy Jew 25. Okay, I've had that name put together for a long time, and there's a huge history behind it on why and blah blah blah. Maybe one of these days I'll go over it for you guys. However,
Sexy Jew. It's because Steve is a very attractive individual, and also to his chat, he has curly hair and he looks very Jewish.
True, I do, which is weird. I'm not even Jewish either. I don't think so. I could be wrong. 100%.
Also, he has like a 10-inch penis, so definitely the sexy part is definitely heavily emphasized there. But yeah, that's not. Yeah, I mean, like that's why. So yeah, you guys are welcome. I mean, I just let it know the secret. I mean, this is your early subscriber or your early followers subscribe.
Yeah.
So they deserve to know. I mean,
For
anyone
sure.
from then on, like it'll be a mystery.
100%.
I mean, your 10-inch penis will be a mystery. So.
But anyways, guys, so my original account was SexyJew25, and I played for a really long time when we were on Facebook gaming, guys. I mean, it was just starting to be a thing. I had originally been on Twitch for a short time. I'd only had maybe 13 followers on Twitch, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna roll over to Facebook. Maybe it'll do some damage here, get some good numbers. And I mean, for a little while, I went over 100 likes on the page.
Mean, yeah, dude, it definitely did some serious damage to my butthole. Like that 10-inch, like trust me, guys, like it definitely did a lot.
Not
of
even
damage.
what we're talking about.
I mean, you definitely listen to him. His 10-inch definitely did serious damage to my butthole.
Oh my god! But no, so
definitely trust this guy. I mean, he's being humble right now, but like, definitely trust him.
Anyway, so I was originally playing on. I moved over for I think Twitch. I think I streamed to Twitch probably for a week or two, and then I decided not to. I moved over to Facebook Gaming because it was in the beginning, and I was really, really interested in it. I thought, maybe this could be something I could make a name for myself. It was going good. I got over 100 likes on the Facebook page. There's definitely higher discoverability on Facebook Gaming than Twitch. Problem was I went up over a little bit over 100 likes on the page. I mean, we still have that amount on the page, and I still do updates on that page as well. However, we started going from 7 to 10 views a stream maximum, right? To then down to like maybe 2 or 3 people, and it just stayed that way and it stagnated. I think maybe it was because I was just playing Overwatch for a little while and then occasionally switching over to League, but really that was the main game that I was playing anyway. So we were playing Overwatch, right, heavily.
It wasn't working.
What's up?
It wasn't working.
Yeah, no, it wasn't working. But I was playing Overwatch, and I was getting really, really good. I was doing a lot better. I was understanding I was watching a lot of pros and stuff on like tanks and DPS and certain DPSs, easy ones to deal with. Like Junkrat was a really easy one that I picked up really quickly, especially from watching from pros and stuff like that. Reinhardt, definitely 100% easier. Diva, same thing. And then heals was Moira, and that was pretty much it. Actually, I focused more on Moira. Anyway, so I'm doing all these things, and I go to do ranked. I'm thinking to myself, I had done ranked before I started streaming, and I was in bronze. Okay, actually, the first one I did, I was in bronze. I was actually in high silver. the first time I did ranked ever. And then I waited a while. Several seasons went by. I'm streaming on Facebook, and I decided to do my placements for Sexy Jew. And what ends up happening is I get all my placements done. And this is before they had roll queue. This was before that. And they put me at low bronze. I couldn't escape low bronze. And I was expecting myself to be in mid silvers to high silvers. I didn't think I was even a gold player at that point. I was like, man, Blizzard's got to have some messed up stuff here, because there is no way I am bronze still. Because it just continuously became bronze, bronze, bronze. And I was like, this isn't right. So I bought an alt account, and it's Baby Cthulhu. That's what I've been playing on. That's what I continue to play on. I haven't played on my Sexy Jew account in a long time. But no, so I get on the alt account, and I'm playing, and I'm doing my placements. They have roll queue out, so now I'm doing my roll queues instead. And sure enough, I'm in mid to high gold on all three. All three. I didn't even think I was that good.
Easy.
I 100% didn't even think I was that good. I thought I was actually like at least mid silver to high silver. That was it. And sure enough, Blizzard's thing is skewed as all get out when it came to that. I don't know if they fixed it, but we'll be finding out. Anyways, Monday, we're going to be doing our placements for DPS, of course, to do that. So, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. And then we'll do some Cold War Beta live. And that'll go up on YouTube as well. If you guys can't watch live, it'll go up. And it'll go up on YouTube. You guys will be able to see it. It'll be great. You guys are going to love it. Forgive me, I have phlegm sticking to my throat. So, we've got a few things here, right? VR. In your terms, I'll ask you the potential of it later, because I'm sure we'll have a similar view on the potential future of VR. But as it stands, VR, I was really big into that in high school. I liked it a lot. My phone came with a VR thing. I just plugged my phone in, and I was playing VR. And I did this. I remember I was hanging out with my friend Chase. I got the Galaxy S7 Edge, and because when I bought it, it came with a VR headset. You just toss your phone in, put a plate over the top. There's like this black cover you put over it, and you just wear that bitch and play. There's plenty of games. I could watch movies on it. I mean, it was great. Super cool. And I'm going to be honest, like, I was at my friend Chase's house, and he was letting me test it out, and he was playing some League. I was playing on my VR. And, man, when I got done playing my VR, I was like, man, why is it dark outside? He's like, dude, it's been like 3 hours. I was like, holy shit, no, it hasn't. There's no way. Sure enough, it had been 3 hours inside that thing. Just having a grand old time. Then I got to try an Oculus Rift once. That was a wonderful experience. I loved it. And I haven't touched VR since. However, I think it has great potential. But Jack, I don't know if you've ever experienced VR and what you feel about it.
That gank?
Huh?
Did you just mean VR?
Like VR, like do you like it? Have you tried it?
Do you want me to say VR? I mean, I've experienced VR.
Do you think it's like something that's has? I mean, obviously it has potential, but we can go over that in a minute. Did you like it when you tried it?
Do I think that it has potential? It's very cool. Absolutely. I think VR is the future. I think that's absolutely a staple in gaming in the future. And I think for now, I think VR is incredibly underrated. And anyone that has tried it knows that not for every game, but for definitely certain games, such as horror games, it's a whole nother experience, and it's an absolute staple. I played Transcendence in VR compared to regular.
How was that?
And it's a whole nother level. Like, I mean, horror games are just like on a whole nother level. It's so cool. Man, like VR definitely is a lot cooler than people think. It's a lot further along than a lot of people think. And I don't think that I think that everyone, if you can get a good deal on it, should try to get at least a PSVR, because I definitely do think it's the future. I think that it's there, and you won't regret it. I mean, VR is really cool.
Yeah, and I remember it was back, 2016 era time period. That was 4 years ago. I haven't touched a VR since I got my when I had gotten that phone. So the thing is back then. I mean, I still am, but back then I was huge into anime. That's the majority of the TV shows I watched. I do still watch a lot of anime when I can get a hold of it. It's definitely a great time. I like it. I enjoy it.
I can help you out if you need more shows.
Oh, definitely. So I'm actually thinking about you know what, next episode, guys, of Jackson One, we're going to do our top 10 rankings of our top favorite, serious top favorite animes.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
We're not gonna dick around with you and tell you like hentai shit. Like, no, we're gonna be 100% serious on it. But
no, I mean, my favorite hentai has got to be
Poco no Piku.
That one's a little overrated.
No, but for real.
I'm gonna get
Oh god, are you fucking off right now?
I mean, do you want me to recommend you a hentai right now?
No.
Like, would that not make you feel weird?
Don't.
I definitely could right now. I mean, I definitely could recommend you a fire hentai.
Oh my god, no, don't.
You wouldn't feel good about jerking off to a hentai that I recommend?
Oh my god, that's horrible. No, absolutely.
All right, then I guess I won't. No. Okay, yeah, but
I don't watch that.
I guess I'll deprive the viewers of this. Then fine.
Of quality content. But no, so back in that time period, that doesn't seem too far long ago. Today, maybe in the future, whoever is listening to this in the future, may be like, man, you guys were in a different time. Hell yeah, we were in a different time. But I'm gonna tell you what. So, in 2016, I read a lot of. I tried to read manga as well as watch anime. One manga I got really really big into was Sword Art Online, and a lot of people don't like that show for some reason, and I don't understand why. I thought it was a phenomenal show, made me happy. I mean, I understood it, and it really got me heavier into VR. Well, during that time period, when Oculus Rift and stuff was coming out, they made a Sword Art Online version, like an actual game. From what I understand, it was horrifying. I didn't play it; it was just garbage. But I one of the things that I really wish was possible right now would be, and this was something I wanted to work on in the future. This was what I wanted to go to college for, was VR development, software development stuff for VR headsets, and get to the point where we could be in that state where Sword Art Online was. I mean, you'd pretty much be unconscious essentially in your own body, but you'd be playing a game.
Yo, Nick, that Lulu is unbelievably bad. Am I wrong?
What was?
Nick.
You're cutting in and out, bud.
Nick.
What about Nick? I'm confused.
He's really not answering his voice. But he just made a play, and our teammates completely off League of Legends now.
Oh shit. Okay, he's playing games. All right, Marcus. No. So I'd like to in the future.
Hey, so podcast. Let's watch some of Steve's rage clips. By the way, since you just said that.
Oh my god, are you live right now?
Since he just said that to me, let's watch some of his rage clips. Yeah, let's watch them.
Anyways, but so in the future, I would love to have it set up to where we could have this whole different VR experience where you don't have to move or do anything, and it's really just sending signals to your brain, and you play this game like it's no other. Obviously, I don't want to be trapped in a freaking game and have to win, and if you die in real life. That's insane, but I would love...
Kill yourself if you die. That's not that bad.
I guess. But I mean, I would really love to have VR that was like that, that turned into that, and that kind of had like that feel where you weren't like doing what we're doing now. I mean, it's possible. It's future. I mean, this stuff was set in 2022, if I remember correctly, 2025, something like that. So,
Steve,
what's up?
That Earth match? What happened? Like what was pressuring? Who was
Which one?
who was coming at you? Like what? You were defending bot.
Mm-hmm.
Who was all pressuring? Like why were you so mad? Like why do we have a mad Cho'Gath?
Literally three enemies would go bot. I'm trying to defend bot. Everyone would just leave me and go mid or top. No one came to help me. They literally leave every time. And they just didn't show up ever. It was horrible. Horrible teamwork. I kept asking for
I honestly think you played pretty well, but like those play calls, I'm not sure about those. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure them out.
It was either I defend, someone had to defend bot because they were going to take it quick if someone didn't get down there, and we ended up losing the match anyways. But the fact is no one cared. I mean, I could have had someone gank from behind, at least two people gank from behind, have someone else with me. This way it's at this point it'd be me and several other people instead of just me against three others. It was not good. I kept getting just stunned, and it just felt like so long. I couldn't defend myself. I couldn't pop E ever to pop shield to not take any damage. I kept trying to get to the tower multiple times, and I just got wrecked several times, and it wasn't a fun time. It's just pretty much where it was at that point. So I mean,
that's tough.
Yeah,
that's just tough. That's just tough. Yeah, I feel.
But I lightened up once I saw. I went back to my roots. Played Overwatch. Looking at the new Halloween skins, and man, are they good! We
definitely counter every last one of their champs on the team.
What's up?
We definitely counter every last one of their champs on the team. Oh, that's good.
You playing
multiple ways. Now? I mean, Sin is going to out E, hopefully. And then hopefully the Sin is down can be very useful to our bot lane.
Well, I mean, I'm glad you're having a fun game while we're recording this wonderful podcast. No, but like I said, I'm really into. I would love to have VR again. It was fun. God, I miss being able to play it. You know what I mean? Man, I am trying to find some of these stuff I'm looking at. Oh yeah. So this is an article headline from PC Gamer. It says Xbox could recoup $7.5 billion Bethesda purchase without putting games on PlayStation, says Phil Spencer. Microsoft can afford a $7.5 billion purchase price all on its own. This article goes on to say one of the big questions that arose in the immediate aftermath of Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda, number 3 and their top 5 was whether the studio's future games would be released on PlayStation platforms. Keeping Fallout 5 or Elder Scrolls 6 off of Sony consoles would mean a lot of lost game sales, but it could also have a major impact on Microsoft's bigger plans. Basically, if you like Bethesda's open world RPGs and they're only available on Xbox, it's probably going to be a factor when it comes time to decide where to spend your money. That's what the article says. I think it would be dumb of them to only put Elder Scrolls 6 on Xbox. That would be... I think that would be a bad move. And not a lot of people are going to have, a couple $100 to spend on a brand new console and get a new game. They're going to some people are only going to have enough just to get the game. And the fact that if Xbox did decide to do that would be horrible. Horrible. Now, In the article, it says that Phil Spencer didn't say that Microsoft would make future Bethesda game console exclusives on the Xbox, but he did emphasize that it could. When asked if the company would be able to recoup $7.5 billion it spent on the acquisition without selling Elder Scrolls 6 on PlayStation consoles, Spencer said, without a doubt, without hesitation, nothing. Yes. He said yes. The quote goes on to say, I don't want to be flip about that. He continued, this deal was not done to take games away from other player base like that. Nowhere in the documentation that we put together was, how do we keep other players from playing these games? We want more people to be able to play games, not fewer people to be able to go play games. And you know what? That's a smart, very smart response, and I agree with that response. So I mean, like if a console company buys a game exclusively, even like a company like, for instance, Bethesda, like Microsoft did with Bethesda, don't deprive other people who use competing consoles of that game. You can still make stupid amounts of money just off of that game alone. I mean, I guarantee you they're not making a bunch of money off of console sales. They're making their money off of games, Xbox Live. They're not making it off those console sales. I bet you they're barely making a profit. And when I say barely, I'm thinking maybe $50 to $100 profit off of that off of their console. There's no way they're making more than that, especially with the parts that go into it, with the price they put on it to get people to buy it. You know, I mean, people can buy really cheap, kind of trashy PCs, but semi new PCs that'll do just about anything. So depriving people would be a horrible step for Microsoft if they decide to do that, but I don't think they will. Excuse me, I had to cough there for a second. Oh, just smacked my mic. Had to cough there for a second. I got phlegm buildup. It's been horrible. But yeah, I'm really hoping that they don't do that, but they could easily make that up, which they're not wrong. They could make that money back. Now, Jack, there's one thing that I did in tech when we were in tech together, even the year when I was there a year before. Man, there was one thing I really loved doing, and it was being a drone pilot. I flew the drones at my tech center. It was great. It was wonderful. I loved it. I mean, I'd still love to do that if, like, the movie company was like, hey, we need a drone tech to fly a drone. I'd be like, you bet your sweet ass I'll take that. Pay me a good amount of money. Let's go. As long as I don't have to move anywhere crazy right now. But, man, there is one drone that I would love. I mean, there's a couple of drones that I would love to have, but one that I really love to have because it's compact is a Mavic. It's from DJI. Jeez, I cannot English today. But they have so recently we've got a release date for the DJI Mavic Mini 2, and the price so far. The first Mavic that came out, it's less than a year old. It's not even a full year old yet. And the next one's coming out quite soon. Definitely for beginners, that's for sure. It only weighs 249 grams, which is 1 gram below the weight required for a drone to be registered with civil aviation authorities, like the FFA in the US and UK CAA. So it's barely in that realm where it doesn't have to be registered. Now, I don't remember. I think my tech had to have them registered, but I cannot remember. We had to actually look around town where there was no fly zones, and I think that we were in the right spot for where we could fly a drone. There was like very few spots because like there's certain like no fly zone because of small aerial vehicles, planes, helicopters that flew quite low. Now, DJI, this article from Tech Radar saying it appears they're preparing to announce a successor. Basically, what have the leaks revealed so far? So a new FCC filing. So Federal Communications Commission in the U.S. has revealed some potential clues, and usually suggests launch is close. So let's get into that here. Basically, what is it likely to be? A small 4K small 4K successor to the DJI Mavic. I'm just gonna go with Mavic. There is no rumored launch date, but potentially sometime November. How much is it going to cost? Likely in the region of, $399 to $399 US dollars, 369 euros. Looking at, I'm not sure what currency AU is. Australia, maybe. I don't know. They're looking at $509. So far, there isn't a release date, but we're looking at. So last year, Mavic, when the Mavic was released, it was released on October 30th of 2019. So if they have an annual release cycle going on, we're looking at probably the end of this month to sometime next month, hopefully. The Mavic did cost $399 last year. Mavic Mini did. The first one that came out, same price literally for everything. Basically, the Mavic 2 is likely to have a similar design, but same thing as the price is somewhere around the price. Should be about right, about the same. So the price of its sequel does indeed touch down soon. While a big discount seems unlikely, it could become a great value option for those who don't need to shoot in 4K. I mean, if you don't need to shoot in 4K, get the original Mavic. If you want to shoot in 4K, I guess wait till the Mavic Mini comes out. But basically, I'm down for this. I mean, I would love to have one. I've always wanted to have them. They're very compact. I mean, they're definitely top tier. 100% top tier, in my opinion. I've always wanted to have by DJI, I wanted to have a Phantom Pro 2, which is better than the first one, which I flew, by the way. I've flown the first one, and man, no, it was an Inspire, I think. Yeah, let me look them up real quick because, gosh, I can't remember. Feels bad that I can't remember the drones that I flew. Okay, I just looked up DJI drones and it says DJI Mavic Air 2. Never mind, it's not the same one. If it was the Mini, it'd be different. There we go. So Phantom, that's what it was. I've flown the Phantom, DJI Phantom 2 and 3. Those were fun to fly. And then I've flown the Inspire 1, which was so fun. But I definitely cannot afford an Inspire drone, which is unfortunate. Now, if I could go all out, I can get one with an entire filming kit and replacement wing kits and batteries and camera kits and a bunch of stuff, and it's like $35,000. If I would just wanted to get it regular, be $2,600. Just, remote, drone, camera, propeller, stuff like that. One thing I would love to have, if I was in a company, right, and definitely right now would be a perfect time to have this company. But man, if I was a company and I was doing stuff like dropping stuff off for people, I'd get one of these hexacopters. I mean, just load them up with a few things that aren't too heavy. You can start dropping them off of people's door. I mean, it would be dope. Man, that would be one heck of a time. But no, I've flown a couple drones. Also flown like a cheap $50 drone, which was absolutely brutal. It was so hard to fly, but it was definitely a good starter to fly with. And then I flew with the big boys, and I was happy about it. Those were fun. I would really love to have one again. I mean, I would love to buy one. I think sometime in the future we will. Excuse me, I'm just like coughing and breathing into the mic. But no, Jack, did you ever get to fly a drone ever? Okay, trolling. He must be really hardcore into his match right now. Or he dipped to go use the bathroom. Feels bad. Oh. Jack, are you still there? Hello? Man, this feels bad. Oof. Alright, guys. In all honesty, I was going to get Jack's response, but I think he's AFK currently, which is absolutely unfortunate. But this is a shorter episode. Don't forget, once we get to 20 episodes, this is going to go up on Spotify and Apple Music, or Apple Play, the Apple, wherever Apple. I mean, Apple, whatever. It'll be a podcast on an Apple platform. So, those of you who don't use YouTube or want to listen to it, and you don't have YouTube Premium or whatever, then feel free to, once we get there to the 20 episodes, we're gonna be putting it up in a lot more places than just here, and all the episodes will be available. Before we go, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to my ambassadorship with Raze Energy. If you guys don't know already, I talk about it a lot, mention it quite a bit too. Hey, seriously, guys, like, if you're looking for an energy drink that's not gonna kill you, that'll make it not feel like trash afterwards, Raze is the energy drink to go to. Okay, I mean, this thing's got 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 artificial dyes. I mean, I've had this thing. I've been drinking it for a while now, and man, I don't feel like garbage afterwards, because when I drink a regular energy drink, like from Monster, even if it was sugar-free, or a Red Bull sugar-free one, they just didn't taste right. They didn't taste right. The flavors were off. It felt bad. I felt really bad after it died down. I would crash off of them. Same thing with Bang Energy. Bang was the same way. Flavors felt off. They didn't taste right with me. I always crashed off of them. I got this weird jitteriness when I was drinking them, but not with Raze. With Raze, I feel much better when I drink them. I don't feel like garbage afterwards. After a while, when it comes out of my system, I don't feel like it. Whenever it wears off, it doesn't hit me hard like, the majority of energy drinks do. I mean, this felt good. I mean, I didn't feel bad. I stayed quite focused. I felt better. And there's quite a few. There's plenty of flavors to choose from. But if you were to go for the flavor for my recommendation, my top 3 would be Baja Lime, Voodoo, and Strawberry Colada. Those 3 are definitely top tier in my opinion after drinking them. They have a variety of different things. They got stuff, pre-workout stuff, powders. They got so much, guys. So much stuff. So if you're looking into something that's going to make you feel better and it's not going to give you a horrible garbage trash after you drink it, seriously, head over to Raze. All right? Head over there. Go online. It's better that way. It's cheaper that way instead of going to your local GNC. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about the store you're at. I mean, you can get one at the store if you want to grab one today. Okay? And you're at that store and you're like, hey, they're here. I'm going to go ahead and grab one. I'd say go for it. But if I were you, okay, I would go to Raze.com, which we'll have in the description, by the way. We'll have where you can get all the stuff. And then we'll have my promo code in the description as well. So, I want to go ahead and let you guys know. Hold on. Forgive me. I was getting a call. That was weird. Was it my sister trying to call me? Oh, no. My friend Garrett was trying to call. I don't know why. It's weird. Anyways, guys, so we're going to have all this stuff in the description, but if you go to Raze.com right now, in the description, I've got a discount code for you. It's Baby Cthulhu 10. Use that discount code, and you get 15% off at checkout on all their items. So, and my my grandest, sincere thank you. Okay, I appreciate everyone who comes by and listens, who is subscribed to this channel, and who follows me on Twitch. All the social medias are going to be in the bottom. All right, all of it's going to be in the description. Everything you need is going to be down there. I promise you. Anyways, guys, it's been a hell of a night, and I'll see you guys next week.